A police officer involved in what a jury found was a dangerous cult tried to have a critic of the group face criminal prosecution. The officer coached devotees of universal medicine to pressure another detective into charging blogger Esther Rocket. But Ms Rocket last year proved in court the group was socially harmful and manipulated its followers. Josh Robertson has this exclusive report.
Devotees of universal medicine gather in Vietnam every year. In 2019, revellers included Eric Walsh, an acting detective from Adelaide.
Obviously, he's an influential person within universal medicine as a police officer.
And when the Lismore-based group wanted to silence a critic, Sergeant Walsh was keen to lend his expertise. The ABC's obtained online messages that show the police officer led a 6-month campaign to have Esther Rocket charged over blogs exposing the group.
Universal Medicine has a number of professionals inside the group, including lawyers. And they're prepared to use those people to advance their interests.
In June 2015, Sergeant Walsh urged Universal Medicine followers to report Ms Rocket to a federal cybercrime body. This is what I would want to elicit from any victim of crime. If in doubt, run it past me. This is gold, Eric. Let's make Esther famous with the police. Eric, the Dalai Lama would follow you into battles such as your purity. More than 30 complaints reached a New South Wales detective.
Well, I was surprised to get a visit from the police because clearly what I was doing was just legitimate criticism.
The detective took it no further, so Sergeant Walsh gave the group's followers an 800-word script to ramp up the pressure. He will try to dictate the conversation with you. He will patronise you. It is important to make it very clear that should there be any acts of violence by those incited by Esther Rocket, someone will have to account for it.
Clearly they didn't like me making allegations that Universal Medicine was a cult.
Mr Ben Hayen later sued Ms Rocket for defamation. But last year a New South Wales Supreme Court jury found Mr Ben Hayen was a sexually manipulative charlatan with an indecent interest in young children and leading an exploitative cult. Months later, Sergeant Walsh went to Vietnam with Universal Medicine. He now appears on a website with Mr Ben Hayen promoting his new men's group.
Certainly his actions were inappropriate for a police officer. He should have known that the complaints really didn't have any legal basis.
The ABC understands New South Wales police are aware of Sergeant Walsh's role in the complaints. Neither he nor South Australian police would comment. Josh Robertson, ABC News.